Hey you guys, Desmond here.
And LaCresha.
And welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss Global All-Stars, Episode 3 and Episode 4. That's right, we're doing a double feature for you today, honey. But before we get into it, want to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We have a goal of 1,000 subscribers. We've been seeing y'all. We've been seeing the little numbers go to. So we appreciate those who have hit the subscribe button. If you haven't yet, go ahead. We're a hoot and a half, okay? So, Miss Creasha, what did you think of these two episodes of Global All-Stars?
They were actually really good. They were really good. There were some things that were said that kind of people stirring the pot a little bit in one particular episode, but we'll get there. Other than that, these were really good episodes.
I feel like they were good episodes. It just irritates me how short they are.
Yeah.
Like, why are these 44 minutes? Like, I am...
Okay, so it's not just me.
Yeah, it's not just you. Like, that's one of the biggest conversations that I've been seeing online is, why are the episodes so short? I thought we were on season 15 all over again, how fast these episodes are flying.
Which explains a lot.
And I'm like, we're on Paramount Plus. So what? So that makes me think they intentionally did this. But at the same time, if you look at the logo, it says MTV. So I'm like, at one point, were they planning on airing this on MTV, and that's why it's cut in the hour, because MTV would only give them an hour? But my thing is, if you knew MTV wasn't the goal anymore, I would try to, chop out the episodes real quick and going back to the almost an hour format that we're used to. Especially since Untucked is a part of it too.
Right.
Like, if Untucked was its own being, it would be fine. But since you're trying to throw about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the episode, of Untucked, it really... And we're going to talk about it, but you notice how there's not no mirror messages?
Yeah, I've noticed that this episode, like the last couple of episodes.
And I'm not sure if they're not doing them or they did them, they just not getting aired because they needed to cut time.
Right.
So, I don't know. Let's just go ahead and get into the Gigiana of things. So, we're coming in after Vanity Vane won the lip sync from episode 2. They come, they sit down, they congratulate Miss Vanity for winning. Tessa has a lot to say. It really confuses me. And I think Tessa just used the wrong word. And she was like, I don't get why she's upset for winning. I'm like, she wasn't. She was happy. She said usually she don't get praised for stuff like this. So I just think Tessa chose the wrong word. Because we know English is not her first language.
Right.
But it was just like, let her have her moment. Because if it was you, she would have let you have that moment.
Right.
But hey, it is what it is. So, we move on to the next day in the workroom. They're all sitting around the table. They congratulate Vanity, but then also throw a little shade because they said her lip sync was bad.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't the best lip sync, but still, like, come on. Give her a second. Let her make it a little bit.
It's okay.
So the alarm goes off. RuPaul gives the Ru mail, comes out, and it lets everybody know that this week is the ball challenge.
RuPaul is having a ball.
We're having a ball, darling. We're having a ball. So the first category is Boss Lady in Charge.
Yes.
The second category is She-Ville Villain.
Mm-hmm.
And then the final category is International Queen of Mystery, which is an outfit they gotta make in the workroom. So they got the materials here, which at least they gave them fabric.
Right.
They could have been like, oh, it has to be made out of spyware. Like the little dollar store spyware stuff, you gotta break it down and make an outfit out of it.
Oh, God.
Oh, God is right. Like, you never know with Drag Race. But yeah, they got fabric. So since it's a ball, darling, we got 33 looks we gotta go over.
Yay.
Let's do it. First, we have our hostess with the mostest. What did you think of RuPaul's look this week?
Oh, this was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. This was an A+ for me.
For me, this is a B+. It's the ruffle.
You don't like the ruffle?
The ruffle's taking me out. Honestly, if it was just the ruffle and the dress wasn't continuing to go down, like say if it was cut off there at the ruffle, I think that would have been better for me. But hey, and the wig is just a little too, just a smidge, just a smidge too high. RuPaul, hire me. I will make sure that wig line is where it's supposed to be.
That'd be your whole job.
My only job. I'll grab the wig and just be like, hold on. Take a picture.
Before we glue it down.
Take a picture. Hold on. A little bit further. Boom. All right, right here. Let's glue right here. So, this week we are joined by Michelle Visage, Jamal Sims, and our extra special guest judge, Matt Rogers.
It was fun.
You can say that. I like Matt. I do. It's just, this is Global All-Stars. And, you know, we had a star from Brazil. We had a star from Mexico. You know, they were big names. We get to the Americas. And Matt Rogers? I understand not everybody wants to come to Columbia. I get that. So if we get a second Global All-Stars, let's just do it in America. Okay? Have it fly everybody into America. And, you know, just shoot it there. But hey, Matt was fun. I will say that he was fun. It's just, I'm like, oh, we finally get an American judge, and it's Matt.
It's Matt Rogers.
But anyway, so it's now time for the International Queen of Mystery Ball. The first category is Boss Lady in Charge. So what would Roxy St. James do for Boss Lady in Charge?
Boss Lady in Charge, as far as like a mystery is concerned, well, I saw it a couple of times, but it would have been, because I'm just going to be funny, it would have been, what is her name? Fraulein something from Austin Powers.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. I see what, I'm picking up what you were putting down. For me, if I would have got the paper and it said Boss Lady in Charge, I wouldn't think it was for a mystery ball. So I would have brought a look that was inspired by Wilhelmina Slater. For those who have seen Ugly Betty, that's like top 5 favorite shows of all time for mine. Wilhelmina Slater was the boss lady in charge, okay?
The HBIC.
Baby, she was the HBIC before people were calling themselves the HBIC. Okay? Love her. But yes, I would have came with a look inspired by Wilhelmina Slater. She had so many iconic looks on the show. I would have picked one and made a reference to that. So we're just gonna go through these real quickly, give your score, and you know we'll go into more detail in the final category. But for now, we're just gonna go through, give score. We might say ABC and then move on.
All right.
So up first we have Pythia. For me, A+. I loved every second of this. Every moment of this. Like, I would have never thought of something like this.
Being a spy camera.
It is so fucking cool. It is so cool. I'm sorry, we were just supposed to... Go ahead, what's your score?
The wig was everything, and I agree, I give this an A.
Up next is Eva LaQueen.
I don't get, like, head boss in charge from this.
Yeah, that's why I want to know what was on the paper, because some of these don't give boss lady.
Yeah.
But then again, that's probably not what was told to them.
Right. I give this like a B-.
Because I like it. It just gets a C for me.
Yeah.
And do they not have steamers on set? I've noticed a lot of people are wrinkled.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, do they?
I think they might have steamers, but like they're waiting for like hours on end, sitting, waiting before they go up.
Maybe.
So they might have been wrinkle free when they got to that part of the stage.
Yeah.
And then it was like, all right, now hurry up and wait for 2 or 3 hours while RuPaul gets ready, while we get all the stuff fixed on the stage. So and so had 18,000 reveals, so we got to clean all that up, reset everything.
But yeah, I've noticed that with this season. I've been seeing a lot of wrinkles, and I'm like, I know there's a steamer on set. They have to have a steamer on set. They have to. But yes, moving onwards to our mother, Queen Kong.
Yeah.
What did you think of Queen?
Actually, you go first. I went first last time.
Oh, I'm sorry. For this look, I thought this was nice. This gets a C plus. C plus.
I agree. C plus for me.
Moving onwards to Athena Lickies. I'm gonna say this real quick before we continue. Justice for fucking Athena, because why was she in the bottom?
Ooh, you just.
Sorry, I did not mean to yell that hard, but just watching back to get the screenshots, I'm still so freaking confused. Why was she in the bottom? When RuPaul called her on the stage, I'm like, oh, she's in the top. She's in the top. Yeah, the top.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, them critiques started. I'm like, we'll talk more later. But what did you think of Athena's look here?
This gets an A for me.
This gets an A plus. It gets an A plus. Oh. Up next is Kitty Scott Claus.
Your turn. It's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me, dog. It's a hell no for me, dog.
Moving on.
Up next is Miranda LeBrow. What did you think of Miranda?
I love the Carmen Sandiego vibes. Oh my god. I love it so much. This gets a A for me.
This gets an A minus for me just because I'm not the biggest fan of the pants. I feel like
the pants look a little ill-fitting. I agree.
I'm like, I wish you would have done something different with the pants. But yeah, this gets an A minus. Love it. Up next is Nelenia. Now for Miss Nelly here, I give this a C. Real nice, real cute. What did you think?
I agree with your C.
Up next is Alyssa Edwards. What did you think of Miss Alyssa?
This doesn't give HBIC, but I still give it an A for what it is. Like, I love it.
I love it as well. I give it an A plus. I thought this was really fun. I thought it was creative.
Yes.
I love the lights to it. It's just
the techno, vibe.
And when RuPaul's like, "Can you get Paramount Plus in that box?" I was that made me chuckle. I'm like, "Come on, you better promote where you working right now." Up next is Vanity Vane. This gave me very much Britney Spears.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute. It gets a C minus. I wish there was more on. I wish it was more on the second half of the outfit. What did you think?
Yeah. I give this a D. It doesn't have much to it, honestly, to me.
Up next is Soa Demuse. What did you think of Soa?
She sold this, because other than that, if she hadn't have sold it on the runway, I wouldn't have got it. I would have been like, I don't think that's the thing, but because she came out and was like extra robotic, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. So this gets an A minus for me.
She did sell it. I still didn't really care for it. It gets a C minus for me. My biggest thing, I know we're not supposed to, we're just quickly going through this.
We're not supposed to vamp, but we are.
We're going to vamp just a little bit. it's all one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no break in the outfit. Like I wish it was a different shoe. If there was a different shoe, and maybe the silhouette is fine. Maybe if the hair was bigger. You know me. I guess that's the Texan in me. I'm like bigger hair, bigger hair. But yeah. Up next is Galavaro. Let me see. Galavaro, this was really cute. This was really cute, really fun. Again, I want to know what was on that paper. Because this doesn't give Boss Lady in charge.
This gives Dexter's laboratory.
Like, DD, get that to my laboratory. That's what I'm getting here.
Yes.
But yeah, so I want to know what was the tea.
That was what was on the Pinterest board.
Yeah.
I mean, because it looks more like superhero something would have been on the call sheet as opposed to boss chick.
But hey, I still like this. This gets a B plus for me.
Yeah, exactly. Still gets a B for me.
Up next is Tessa Testicle. What did you think of Miss Tessa?
Much as I have feelings about this particular person, I actually I got spy type things, 007 stuff from this. So I give this a B plus.
I actually give this an A minus. I thought this was really good. I love the eye patch. I feel like that eye patch and the wig choice for this really just took it to that level. Like I know this lady. I know when this lady pops up in the movie, she mean business. Okay,
right?
Shit finna go down if she's popping up. Get it together, okay? All right, so it's time for the second category, which is She-Ville Queen. No, She-Ville Villain. She-Ville Villain. She-Ville. So what would Roxy have done for She-Ville Villain?
You would have gotten some version of Maleficent out of me. That might not have been what the call was, but that would have been what I would have done if I'd have just, because if you'd have just said She-Ville Villain, I'd have been like, oh, yeah, Maleficent. I'd have sat there, put my wig up into some horns, and had a nice little dress. Yeah, you'd have got the cartoon version, like the really tight fitting thing where it's like really narrow at the bottom. Yeah.
I was of two minds doing like a really creepy, like old witch, kind of like into the wood style witch, you know, come out real, come out real nasty like that. I also thought about Shigo from Kim Possible.
You know what? That's been real heavy on my mind lately. It doesn't help that like I'm on Teacher Talk, and there is a teacher who makes her own themes every year, and that was one of her themes. And now I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I could make a poster out of this thing right here and put it on my classroom wall, because I have a whole wall I gotta stare at that I have nothing on, and I should probably put something on it.
But yeah, those are the two directions. I would have went either one of those directions with that look there. So, again, we're going to quickly just fly through these. Up first, we have Pythia. Again, A+.
Yeah, I agree. A+.
Oh, I want one in every color.
High. I want those.
I want one in every color. God. Up next is Eva LaQueen. What did you think of Eva?
This was okay. Not my favorite. It kind of, I don't know, something's like off, missing from it for me. This gets a C.
This gets a D for me. It's mostly the shoes. You know I love a thigh high, but it don't work here. The thigh high just does not work with this outfit.
Is it because it's two different colors?
No, well, not really, because if you look at the little patterns around the buttons, it matches that. It's just, it makes her look short, and I think it's the thigh highs that is doing it.
Yeah, I could see that.
So up next is Mother Queen Kong. So for
Mm.
this look here, what I'm looking at my notes. Oh, I thought this was cute. This gets a C as well. I was actually shocked when she came out in this. I'm like, look at you taking a swing. Yeah, I liked it this.
I liked it too. I didn't get Shiva villain unless she was trying to be some version of like Poison Ivy.
I believe she may have said it. She may not have. May have made that up. But I thought it was a reference to Eve.
You know what? I see that. I read that now.
I want to say she
I,
said it, but she probably didn't. It probably was
I
just
don't know.
me.
I have to watch again.
It might just be
Um,
that religious trauma I have. Who knows?
we all have
Oh,
a grew up in the church. Grew up in the church.
well, I didn't
But
grow
this
up in the church. We were thrown into the church once I reached teenage years.
well,
Yeah,
no,
but trust me, once
church.
we were in there, it was traditional black folks there 8 hours, going 8 times a week. Oi.
See, and then we had two different religious traumas because he has black people church religious trauma, and I have white people church religious trauma. So we were in and out in 2.5 hours, but I was still there 5 hours a day, sometimes eight, depending on what the situation was and who had to be dropped off and picked up. Um, but yeah, I give this a B.
Moving on to Athena Leques.
You know.
What did you think of Athena here?
This gets a B minus from me.
This gets a
I
B
don't like
plus
this.
for me. Again, I didn't understand Athena's critiques this week. Like it just really made me think they just they put down on paper she's going home first, and they were just going to make it happen regardless.
Something. I think. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Honestly.
Honestly, because we'll talk about the final look here in a second. Up next is Kitty Squawk Claws. This is cute.
It's a no for me, dog.
It's a C.
It's a no for me.
Nothing to write home about. This is who should have been in the bottom. We'll talk about that more later. Up next is Miranda LeBrow. It's a no for me, dog.
Okay, I'm glad you said it. I
And what,
didn't like it either.
I don't know. Like, I really want to know what the prompt was for this too, for her to think. And like, it could have been scary. I think it's the color choice that she went with.
Yeah, I mean, and that's how she ended up at the bottom. It was her color choices.
Yeah. Nalenia next from Italy. What did you think of Nalenia?
She looked like coronavirus.
That joke did make me chuckle.
It really did. It really did. I was like coronavirus. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Eh, mm, eh.
Hmm?
A C?
I give it a B plus. I really thought it was fun, and then I hate we didn't get to see the reveal because those spikes blew out.
Ah.
And I guess they cut it for time, but because she showed it on her Instagram, I believe. And I'm like, oh, that would have been so fun to see that on the main stage. But even prior to that, I thought this was a cute little B plus. I really enjoyed this. Up next, from America, we have Alyssa Edwards. I love the callback to season 5. This is a cute A minus.
Yes, I agree.
Just cute. As soon as she came out, I was like, oh.
I was like, oh, shade. Shade.
Oh, a good little callback. I love it. Up next is Vanity Vane.
This is an awful picture.
It is. I didn't realize it cut off her face like that. But what did you think of Aunt Steven?
This is a good little C.
I give it a C plus. Again, same from her last outfit. We need it more at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
We need, because the makeup for this, you can't see it, but the makeup for this was everything. I was like, okay, Vanity. Okay, Miss Vanity. Because, I had a love-hate thing with Vanity on Sweden 1. I had a love-hate with her. But so far we're good here. Up next is Soa Demuse.
Yes. I give this the D. It's a little simple.
I give it a C. It was cute. I liked it. Up next is Galavado. This is B. I thought this was real cute. I love not the structure, I guess, the fabric choice for the bodysuit. I love it got that skin effect to it. I really like that. So this gets a B for me.
Agree. Yeah, this could be a B.
Let me say this could be a B. Up next is Tessa Testicle. We get another Carmen Sandiego reference, and then she reveals into this. What did you think of Tessa Testicle?
There it goes. She came out really solid. I actually love the little geisha look, and I really wish she'd kept that on, and it would have sold it for me. Because the moment she took it off, I was like, oh. It kind of broke it away for me. So it gives like a B plus for me.
For me, I agree with the B plus. Honestly, she could have just cut the first look altogether and just came out in this.
Exactly.
But I really like this, and I agree that her look saved her from the bottom, because we're gonna talk about how terrible that last look is. In the final category, the International Queen of Mystery. Now, this is the look they had to make in the workroom.
Mm-hmm.
Up first is Pathia, and again, A plus. Like, I've never given someone an A plus in every category in the ball before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I got my scores here, because I like to keep scores, how I would do things. She got a perfect score. I don't think no one has ever gotten a perfect score in a ball before.
No, not from neither of us.
This, A plus.
A plus. And then to have only made that in a day.
And the fabric that she chose to make it with, because, several people said it in the workroom and they sit on the main stage. That fabric is not easy to work with.
No, latex is hard.
And the fact that she did this while helping majority of the cast, imagine if she didn't help nobody. Imagine what we would have got.
Like all the structure it would have had. She had to simplify her look because she was helping everybody.
And it's still just immaculate. Immaculate, I tell you.
A.
Up next is Eva La Queen. What do you think of Eva?
This is gorgeous. I really wish she would have picked a different wig.
I can see that.
It brings it down from A territory to like A minus, B plus territory.
For me, it's more like B minus. I liked it. I did. It just seems unfinished.
Well,
and I don't know where. Like, I feel mean for saying it, but I'm like, something's missing from this outfit. But I can't.
Honestly, what I think it is there's no embellishment, like no real good embellishment. Like, whatever embellishment is there is pretty much the same color as the fabric she chose. Then the red wig kind of throws it off, which is the reason why people don't like Ariel in the pink dress that never existed.
That dress didn't exist. The wig kind of throws it off, and then there's like no jewelry to go with it.
I think like a really nice necklace or some really good earrings would have just set it off.
Something. I see how.
See, it
So
just needed some type of embellishment.
up next is Queen Kong. Now, Miss Queen here, I thought this was really cute.
I
I
thought it
thought
was
this was
cute
fun.
too.
I thought it fit her well.
Right.
I'm not the biggest fan of the top half of the garment,
That part.
but it's still constructed very well, and I love this wig. Like
Oh my god.
can we
Can I borrow this? Mom, can I borrow it? Can I borrow it? Can I borrow it?
just for like a week, okay?
Just like a day.
Like a day and a half.
Yeah, just, good little Halloween costume.
Hmm
I mean,
But
cosplay as you.
yeah, but this
You
is a
know,
solid
wait.
B for me.
Please let DragCon be in May, please, or in June. 'Cause
They're
I
gonna
could
be announcing the
cosplay
date
so
soon.
bad.
Yeah, they're gonna be announcing the date soon, so we'll see.
I know. Please, God.
But yes, what is your score? I give this a B.
I give this a B too. I think if she'd have did something different with those little Billy Lee parts,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been an A. But just it was like the random crisscross. Like, let me cover the nips real quick and then put something over so they don't think I just wrap
Just wrap something around my chest, yeah.
But the skirt is really great. It's constructed really well.
Really well.
Expect for it to have been velvet.
Mm-hmm. Gray velvet and that little boy smile.
Wig, and the mug.
Up next is Athena Leckes. Again, what really irritated me about the critique for this particular outfit when RuPaul said it doesn't feminize her body. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it looks very feminine to me. And not all drag is meant to present as feminine. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I honestly think that they just really wanted to.
I think they really wanted this baby to go home.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand. Like I said, when she was left on the stage, I thought she was in the top.
Mm-hmm.
The way I marked things, just from rewatching, she should have been in the top. Now, is this like the best dress ever? No, but it's constructed nicely. It fits her body well. Like, I don't
It
understand.
was just nitpicking, just to nitpick.
Honestly, this episode and the next episode, that's what's really getting me is the judging on these episodes. The first two episodes, cool. I see what y'all were doing. But these two, like this one and the next one we're going to talk about, that girl group judging. Like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for the person who won, but I really think somebody else should have won.
We're going to talk about it. But yeah, this gets a solid B plus for me. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with the B plus.
Up next is Kitty Scott Claus. What did you think of Miss Kitty here?
I give it like a solid B. B.
I give it a C. It's nice. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And, she pulled the phone out her crotch, and I immediately thought of Jarigi because, she did that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
See, look, we was thinking the same thing, because I was like, that looks familiar, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, let Jarigi step on a Versus the World or an All-Stars, a Global All-Stars, if they ever do this again, because I'm not sure if they're ever going to do this again after these last few episodes. But let her pop up on a Versus the World.
Mm-hmm.
They better be scared.
Oh, God.
They better be shaking in their boots if Jarigi walks through that door.
Mm-hmm.
Shaking. Because I'm immediately going to be Team Hurt.
Yes.
Immediately. Now, it depends on who else is on the cast, but because there might be some other queens I'll be like, I love you, but Team
Right.
Jarigi. Up next is Miranda LeBrow. What did you think of Miranda?
This was really well constructed. The shoes kind of jack it up for me
Yeah,
though.
the shoes do kind of take me out of it for a second. I didn't mind the face covering, but hey, my name's not RuPaul, and it's not my drag race.
Yeah.
But what is your score,
Um,
darling?
my score is a B.
I give it a B minus. I give it a B minus. Up next is Nalanya. Another B minus. It was constructed well. I would have chosen a different fabric for the bodysuit.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I
really,
definitely.
but it's constructed well. She accessorized it
That's
good.
right.
Baby, I got
Yeah.
it together. Um, but yeah, what did you think and what is your score?
Um, I kind of agree with your score. I would have made the bodysuit out of something else, especially because that's literally like velvet on velvet. It looks like, or it's some kind of like knit on velvet, and it doesn't look right.
It looks like it's just two different colors of it, to be
I think
honest.
it's the same fabric. I think one is just turned the opposite direction.
Oh, that could be the case. That could be the case. Moving on to Miss Alyssa Edwards. Can you tell us what you thought of Alyssa Edwards?
This is a nice little C for me. Um, it's fabric that it was sewn to a corset she already had.
Yeah, I give this a C plus. I really like this, and I think it's more I like the way she sold it than I like the way she made it
Yeah, yeah,
because she sold the hell out of it.
she really did.
And them legs, honey, love them
For
legs.
days.
Days, weeks, months.
Mm-hmm.
Up next is Vanity Vane. I fucking love this.
This was. How did you have enough time to do this?
I like my God. A plus. A plus.
Look,
Like
and they
what?
accessorized it good.
Oh.
And then you immediately, I'm like, she does look like Anna Nicole Smith.
And then she came out with the little masquerade mask too. Like, and I just love how everyone knows Anna Nicole Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who don't know, I am from the same town that Anna Nicole Smith is from. And that's one of the two things that my high school has, if you go to it on Wikipedia, is this is the high school Anna Nicole Smith dropped out of her sophomore year. And this is the high school that, oh shit, his name is Kelvin Beecham. He's,
I don't know who he plays for. The last time I remember who he played for, I think he played for the Ravens.
I can't remember who he plays for either, but I just know I believe he's on the defensive line. I think he's on D-line, I think. But yeah, luckily he came along because for a while, for my high school, it was just Anna saying that she dropped out of here from her sophomore year. I'm like, ooh, that don't look good.
Yeah.
That don't look good, okay? That don't look good at all. But yeah, this A plus for me. Plus. What did you think? What is your score? I mean,
A plus plus plus.
so good, so good, so good, so good. Then we go to So the Muse.
Good news. I swear, I get her brand. I get her thought process, and it's really well constructed. But it's still like a C.
I like the idea of this look.
Mm-hmm.
I think the construction is where we're lacking. I think it was the wrong fabric choice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the wrap really should cut like right here and not go all the way down the dress.
Mm-hmm.
It's just small things that really just make me go woo with this dress. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it gets a what did I write down? Oh, it gets a I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice and give it a D because there are parts of it I do like. Up next is Galavado. Gala here. This was cute.
Yeah.
I was expecting a little bit more from Gala because I really enjoyed that denim look she made on her season.
Mhm.
Like her, well, that was the week her and Matraca lip sync for the win. I remember that because they didn't want Christian to lip sync for her life, but that's another conversation. So I was expecting her to come. I'm like, oh yeah, she did good in that one, and she still did good, giving a little sheriff, bing bing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I give this a C. I still like it.
I give it a B minus. It's constructed really well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming she made the jacket too.
I would assume she made it as well because I'm like, I think they would have called her out for wearing something she didn't make.
Right. So I mean, to make 3 or 4 different pieces, that takes a lot.
It does.
I'll give her credit for that, and I'll give her like a C.
Up next is Testicle. It's a no for me, dog. It's a hell no.
Wait a minute. This was so bad. So bad.
And what gets me is she did so good in her challenges, her design challenges in Germany. I just think she chose the wrong fabric. I don't think that was the right fabric for this type of dress.
It really wasn't, because you see how heavy it was.
There was holes in it.
Oh.
The titties were lopsided.
The titties were lopsided. It was unfinished in the back. She sat there and had the biggest gap in the back because she didn't fashion it. And I think that was the reason why she wore that big old wig, because she thought that
it would cover it up.
That hole in the back.
But I will say the hair and makeup, love it. Love it. Neck down.
That undercover on the dress, that, because it's a shawl, baby. It's supposed to go on your head, on your shoulder, not on the dress. I don't know what they do in Germany.
So we have our 12 amazing queens here.
Yes.
There are 12 of them, right? Yeah, 12. Who had your favorite collection of looks, and why was it Pythia?
Because Pythia knows her body and constructs stuff very well.
Like, this was amazing. Amazing. I agree. Pythia was my favorite as well. I do want to give Vanity a shout out for that last outfit, because that last outfit was bitch. And if we're just going off of one outfit alone, I would have said Vanity, because that last outfit, my God, Vanity. Oh Lord. So RuPaul announces the rules for this season. Each week there will only be one winner. That winner will receive a cash tip of $10,000. Then the bottom 2 will lip sync for their life, and 1 will sashay away. You know, I don't know, I guess we've been doing All-Stars for so long, it feels weird doing OG rules for All-Stars.
Right.
Because even with Canada versus the world, they still had the twist with the Golden Beaver, so there was still a little, something for the winner. This is straight up, regular rules.
Nope, we going old school.
So I like that, because now it's really RuPaul's decision.
Right.
She's not leaving it up to the girls. Be like, okay, here's the top 2 or the top 1, whatever the case may be. Here's the bottom 2 or 3. I'll let y'all decide which one of these 3 go home. Now it's RuPaul, like, you 2 were the worst, in my opinion. And we're going to say in RuPaul's opinion, because
not everybody.
Lip sync, and I will tell one of you to go. But baby, so after we explain the rules, we find out that our tops and bottoms are as followed. In the top, we have Pythia, Alyssa Edwards. In the bottom, we have Athena, Miranda, and Soa. Now, Tessa's on the stage, but she got more of the safe than anything. And I will say, I think her first two outfits saved her because even within my notes, even with how bad her third outfit was, she wasn't bottom two in the collection of my notes. So do you agree with these tops and bottom placements?
Yeah, kind of.
Let's see. I agree with one person. Two. Wait. I agree with two people on this stage. Pathia being in the top and Soa being in the bottom. Athena should be on that stage, but she should be in the top. And I would have thrown Vanity in the top just for that last outfit alone. I'm like, baby, I need to give you praise for that. Okay?
I just want to talk to you real quick.
Baby, because that was good. So get up here. Your first two outfits, yeah, they were okay. But that last one was enough to bump you into the high placement. Because, baby, you did that. Okay? I feel like Alyssa, Miranda, I feel like they should have been safe. I feel like the bottom three should have been Kitty, Soa, and Tessa, with Tessa being safe, and then have Soa and Kitty lip sync for their lives. But they don't want Kitty to go home because Soa would ate her up. Especially to the song that we had. Oh, yeah. Soa would ate her up because she ate up Athena. And I feel like Kitty probably would have did a little bit better than what Athena did, but I feel like if they would have judged this fairly and put Kitty in the bottom, she would have went home this episode. And they don't want to do that because it's very clear that RuPaul wants the franchises that she hosts to go fall. That is, I saw somebody say that online and I thought about it and I'm like, I can't disagree. I want to so bad. But I can't disagree. Especially after the next episode. We'll get into it. So, we find out that the winner is Pathia. We agree. She won 10,000 doll hairs.
Hey.
Chingle, chingle.
Chingle, chingle.
And we find out that our bottom two is Athena and Soa the Muse. Don't agree. We've already talked about it. Let's continue on. We still have a whole nother episode. So they lip sync to Bad Idea, right? By Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, right?
This was my first time.
Olivia Rodrigo.
This was my first time hearing this one. But then again, really? I didn't listen to the new album. Hell, I just listened to the first album like earlier this year.
Well, I don't listen to Olivia Rodrigo, period. And you can cancel me all you want. She's too young. I'm too old.
I don't like that argument. Just say you don't listen to her. Because, baby, I be sitting here bumping Miss Sabrina Carpenter. And, you know, that's the young kids' music. Miss Chaperone, baby, I love her.
Yeah.
Miss Chaperone, I'm screaming good luck, babe. Red Wine Supernova, baby. I live for Miss Chapel, so I like some of these young girls and these young guys, you know. Just say Olivia Rodrigo's just not your cup of tea, because she's not mine either.
Right.
But this song was cute.
I do know this song from TikTok.
See, she don't even pop up on my TikTok. TikTok, don't you dare pop her up on there either. I know you listening, phone. Don't you do it. But I will say this. I had to add this song because this song was cute. So I had to add this to the playlist. So I'm like, it's a bad idea, right? I'm like, yeah, it's a bad idea. Hold on. I'm just bumping along.
Why are you going to talk to your ex?
Don't do that. Don't do that. It's a bad idea, but keep singing.
Just sit here and bash him for leaving you
for doing the right thing. For doing the right thing, because technically they weren't even together. From when I did my research, they were never really together.
Yeah.
They were just hanging out, and when she was trying to get together, he's like, you too young. Right. I can't be mad at somebody for doing that. But you didn't mean all those things that you said about me. Girl, go sit down.
Yeah. But I drive alone past your street.
Baby, all the red lights. Like, girl, you stalker?
Okay.
Leave that man alone. I know he taught you how to drive, but leave him alone.
Jesus. And look, and what made it worse was the Kids Bop version.
Oh, I didn't hear the Kids Bop version.
I had no choice. because it was included on the little playlist that I would play for my kiddos when I was riding with the sped people. And I would put Kids Bop songs on to calm some of them down. And yeah, that song would come on. To hear little voices talking about, I rode my car past your house. What the what?
Oh no.
I got my driver's license. You're 12. What do you mean you got your driver's license?
And it's so funny hearing them clean up some of the songs. I'm like, really? Because I heard the Kids Bop version of Espresso, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like,
oh my God, I listened to that the other day because my spiritual daughter was in my classroom and I refused to play the regular version for her. And I'm like, what? What do you mean?
listen, none of it tops the Kids Bop version of We Belong Together. Anyway, let's get back to Drag Race. It's a bad idea, right? And it was a bad idea because Soa ate this lip sync up, honey.
She really did.
Oh, and poor Athena, she was trying. She was trying.
Hard.
But,
like, great, I'm over here. See, look.
But Miss Soa.
So was like, nope, you see this cape?
Listen, if they do a Lollapalooza this season, if Soa is still in the competition, y'all better be ready because if she's still there when they do if they do, and I hope they do, that'll be fun to do one with this group of girls. But
okay, look, Queen Alyssa Soa,
Tessa, because remember Tessa was eating them up on Germany. Gala, let's not forget about Miss Galavaro. Baby. Let them do one like at top 8.
It's fun to watch. Can we do it soon?
Like, do it at top 8, because that's when Canada did theirs. And that was like the perfect number of lip syncs to do it at top 8. Ooh, that's going to be a good episode. Hopefully So is still there. Because, my God. It's going to be delicious.
Okay, I can taste it.
Oh, I can already taste
it. I can, like, literally.
Yum, 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 yum. So RuPaul announces that Soa the Muse was the winner of this lip sync. Do you agree?
Yes.
I agree. Although Athena should not have been there, Soa did win this lip sync.
Yes.
So unfortunately, Athena must sashay away. So after Athena's elimination, they come back in the workroom. They sit down. They congratulate Soa for winning the lip sync. They congratulate Pythia for winning the episode. And it immediately cuts to the next day. I was like, oh. You could tell these episodes are shorter, baby. It was like 2 seconds for them to sit down and talk. And, all right, moving on. We got things to do. We got girl groups to group.
I love this workroom.
I do, too. I really hope they keep this Columbia set. I know Paramount Plus is dropping. They dropped a lot of was it Germany, Brazil, and Mexico. I want to say they dropped all 3 of them. And Wow Presents Plus had to pick them up themselves. And I don't think they picked up Germany. They just picked up Mexico and Brazil. And I think Brazil ain't coming back till next year. But, yeah. So, I imagine they're going to build workrooms in their respective countries. Because with Paramount owning this one, they probably destroyed it. And I love this. I love this workroom. I really do.
Why can't we just take this workroom and pick it up and bring it to America?
Have you seen pictures of the new runway for season 17 and All Stars 10?
No.
Go to YouTube. What's that thing? It starts with an A, Digest, Archaeological, something,
Architectural Digest?
Go to their YouTube page. Because Nymphia Wynn gives them a little tour. That new main stage? Oh, it's finna be lit next year. Oh, it's finna be lit. But anyway, the queens are sitting down there chatting. They congratulate Pythia again on her win. The alarm goes off. RuPaul gives the room mail, comes into the room, and announces that this week's challenge is a girl group challenge. And to become the team leaders, we're going to do a quick little, I guess you can call it a mini challenge, where you have to guess your nation's population, your country's population, I'm sorry, without going over. So the 3 queens who were the closest without going over will be the team captains. In third place was Queen Kong. Second place, Miranda LaBrow. And in first place was Vanity Vane. And Vanity was only off by like 500,000. Something like that. I was like, ooh, Vanity. She said, I know my Sweden, honey. I know my Sweden.
I know my country.
Can't speak for these other girls. And Alyssa putting 100 billion. Open the schools. Open the schools. Because I knew that there's about 3 million of us. So when she said she was like 96 over, I'm like, baby, I would have been closer than you.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. But anyway.
There's 100 billion people in the whole world.
You know. So after the teams were selected, we ended up with Queen's group being Sol de Muse and Pythia. They got the Latin X mix of the song. Mm-hmm. Vanity ended up with Gala, Kitty, and Nalenia. They got the Europop version of the song. Up next is Miranda LaBrow. She ended up with Alyssa Edwards, Eva La Queen, and Tessa Testicle. And they got the K-pop mix. So out of the 3 versions of the song, which version would you have wanted to get?
I probably would have wanted to get the Latinx version, just because, you know, I thought maybe there could have been like some salsa moves or something in there.
Baby, yes, I watched too much Dancing with the Stars. I'm like, we could have put a 1-2, do a cute. Well, they did. They put a little bit in there. Yeah, they put a little bit in there. They did a little cha-cha moment there. But yeah, I can't wait for Dance with Stars to come back on. It comes back on in October. I can't wait.
Speaking of Dancing with the Stars, did you hear somebody went to jail?
Oh, baby. It's so weird because it mixes 2 of my worlds together because his wife is a former wrestler.
Yes.
So like I see my Dancing with the Stars people talking about it, and I see my wrestling people talk about it, and I'm like, my two of my worlds are mixing right now. So weird.
They're colliding. What happened?
So weird. It was so weird. But Nikki, we hope everything's okay. I hope everything is okay. Because I read the article.
It ends with us type situation.
I read that article and it just really left me disgusted with Artem. So if that is true, what that article says, my God. My God. Get it. But anyway. I agree. I would have wanted the Latinx version as well. So we got to see them rehearse. And now it's time to get to the main stage. Up first, we have Mother RuPaul. What did you think of Mother this week?
So when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, it's good. I just don't like the stockings. But then I don't think if she has stockings on.
She do.
Because, you know, we had that one where she showed, like, full-on leg, and I was like, ooh, go ahead, girl.
Come on, leg.
Other than that, yeah, I give it the wig. But other than that, I give this a nice, I give this, like, an A-. The wig kind of messes it up. It needs to be a different wig and come down.
I give this an A+. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't want to just a thing. Baby, when I tell you, as soon as she walked out, I almost fell off my bed. I was like, bro, if this doesn't get reused as somebody's promo within the next year or 2, it will be a wasted opportunity. This looks so fucking good. I love every piece of this. When I rewatched it in the living room this morning, I was like, ugh. And when I rewatched it again here to get the screenshots, I was like, ugh. Rue, I love you, okay? This week we're joined by our judges, Michelle Visage and Jamal Sims, and our extra special guest judge, Ross Matthews.
Welcome home.
I'm not gonna lie. I liked Ross in this episode. I thought Ross had funny jokes. And I'm not sure if it's just, our familiar say it.
Familiarity.
That is definitely not coming out of my mouth.
That word.
That word. So I'm not sure if it's just hearing a familiar voice and hearing banter that we know.
Mm-hmm.
It just really worked because normally Ross gets on my nerves when he be talking. I'm like, Ross, shut up. But this episode, I was entertained by Ross. It was good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. Then we're getting Carson next week. They must have flown down together. They must have flown down together. Mm-hmm. Or flown, yeah. No, down. Yeah, they would have flown down, not up. But yes, this was nice to see Ross. So I love how we're getting these little graphics for each episode. I hope they keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's now time for the Everybody Say Love Girl Group Challenge.
This looks like my classroom. I have neon signs everywhere now.
That's cute.
I love it. I have to show you my little Austin-esque type wall.
Now, up first we have The Vibe, which is Soa the Muse, Pythia, and Queen Kong. Before we talk about them individually, what did you think of their group altogether?
As a group, I think they were okay. They had two really strong people in their group and then like one person that was a little off. But I love how in the end they all kind of like played it off like it was part of it. Like, yeah, we are supposed to have one person who F's up the entire routine. But they started off really strong. It just kind of ended a little weak.
I love this. I love this girl group. This was so much fun. Yeah, Pythia was struggling. But baby, she tried. And she was given the best that she got, okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, we're going to be talking about Philippines here shortly for us, but it'll be like tomorrow or the day after for y'all. Because Miss Versex, baby. Oh, I'm watching that and I'm like, normally I judge as groups, but I would not because these other 5 bitches are killing it. What are you doing?
Facts.
Like, are you trying? I'm sorry.
Oh my God,
I'm sorry.
2 episodes. The Philippines, I can't wait to get to those.
Well, we're going to get to those. We're going to get to those. But this group here, I thought this was really fun. This was my favorite group.
Yes.
I thought they were fun. I forgive Pythia because she was trying, and like you said, they worked it into the choreography. That look, she's a little boom 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, and that's the sign. That's the mark of like a true artist. That's the mark of a true choreographer. They're gonna work to your strengths. The fact that Soa and Queen didn't like shame her about not being able to dance, they were like, okay, fine, we'll make. And
we've seen it done in the past to, like, and they do it well. My first thought is Philippines again, season 1, Eva La Queen. She can't dance, right. But baby, that girl group, they ate that up because they worked with what she had.
Exactly.
Now I feel like they possibly could have worked with Pythia's lack of dancing a little bit better. But I like how they played into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So me personally,
made it seem like it was part of the gag.
Yeah. Like it was smart to add the
You're a
comedy.
little goofy, but we love you anyway. Everybody say love.
So up first we had Soa the Muse. Real quickly, we're just gonna go over how everybody did. Fantastic, favorite of the group.
Yeah.
Up next is Pythia. She tried, baby, and I gotta give her props for that. Especially after seeing Philippines and seeing that girl get up there and walk when everybody else is. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm sorry, I know we're not talking about Philippines, but they were really getting it, and she's just back there like. That's what she's doing back there. I'm like, girl.
Everybody else is sitting there doing the Matrix moves, and she's like, I'm gonna lean back and come back.
My God. But yes, and then moving on to Queen Kong, she ate as always.
Always. That's mother.
She did. Again, this was my favorite group. we'll talk about more about the placements later because I think a certain woman who was standing up completely in this last photo should have won this week. But we will talk about that later. Moving on to Everybody Say Love, the K-pop mix, performed by Fresh MEAT. I gotta give Alyssa her big props for coming up with that name.
Okay.
As soon as she said MEH, I'm like, oh, bitch.
Yeah,
You using the big brain.
She balled for a reason.
Baby.
All the thoughts gotta make it through.
Well, I'm gonna need that to rub off on this bald man because these thoughts don't be coming through until like 2 days later. And I'm like, damn it, we could have did that.
Yeah.
We could have did that.
We could have said this. We're just not quick like that.
Now, this group here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to say love. I'm trying so hard. This was not it.
First of all, the mix was a little off. I didn't enjoy it.
Okay, I thought I wasn't the only one because I saw points where they were still lip syncing, but there was no music. So I'm like, why did the editors cut off that part? Because you could clearly see their lips. All of them are moving. So why is there no words on my television right now?
I think they dubbed it poorly.
So up first was Eva La Queen.
She tried.
She did. And again, they had. I don't want to blame Alyssa for the choreography, but at the same time, I want to blame Alyssa for the choreography.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was way above their level. And I get it, you wanted to push them.
Right.
But it really just made you and Tessa look good and the other two look bad.
Right.
Because y'all two could do it, the other two couldn't.
Exactly.
As soon as... Hold on, shoot. Let me close that. As soon as you notice that those two weren't getting it, baby, dumb it down. We've seen this on Drag Race too many times. Just give us a 1, 2, 1, 2. That's all we need. A cute little unison moment. 1, 2, 1, 2. If you want to be fancy, do a little spin.
And a little hand wave.
And for those who could do a nice little flip or something, let them do that. And baby, we'll go crazy. We'll start throwing ones everywhere. But yeah, I
mean, UK Hun was literally just like a UK Hun. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it really was. They didn't do nothing crazy. Give us a cute little 1, 2, 1, 2.
It was literally like a back and forth and a back and forth and a back and forth and a spin and then a UK Hun. Come on, man.
Baby, it's just, I feel bad because these babies were trying, but I just, kind of like with the first group, they worked around Pathia. But this group, they were just like,
oh well, you on your own.
And that's another reason why I feel like challenges should be judged as groups, except for Philippines. We'll talk about that because that baby needed to be in the bottom. Miranda... You know, I wish the episodes were longer because I think they mentioned apparently whatever Miranda's going through medically right now. They keep dropping little bits and pieces about it, and I'm like, I bet she talked about it in detail, but because the episodes are so short, we're not getting the full story.
We're not getting all of the context.
We're not getting all the context. We're just like, oh, we know Miranda's going through something right now.
Exactly.
And it's just like, I hate it. I do. And whatever you're going through, Miranda, just know you're in our thoughts. We're sending you positive vibes all the way over there, honey. We don't know what it is, but we're going to send you positive vibes. All right, honey? Because if it's the same thing on why you can't do the acrobatic stuff no more, we're sending you the positive vibes, honey. Up next is Tessa Testicle. She did good. It was cute.
Yeah.
I like the little high kick she did there at the beginning. I'm like, okay, kick. You know, I love a high kick.
Look, she got legs for days. May as well use them.
ZZ Top says she got legs and she knows how to use them. That's what ZZ, the songwriter, said it. He said it. Up next is Alyssa. Girl, what was that verse?
I don't know.
This was the first time Alyssa had to write a verse in all the 3 seasons she's competed. Because when she competed on All-Stars 5, not All-Stars, when she competed on Season 5, the Girl Group Challenge wasn't really a thing yet.
Right.
And in All-Stars 2, she went home right before the big girl group, Read You, Wrote You.
Right.
So we've been waiting all these years to get an Alyssa verse.
And that's what we got.
Baby, I almost put her in the bottom for this verse alone. I'm like, you better be lucky you danced good. You better be lucky you danced good. I'm like, Alyssa, my God.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
But yeah, this group was the struggle bus. And they better be lucky they weren't judged in groups because this would have been the bottom group right here.
Yeah.
Up next is Everybody Say Love, the Europop mix, performed by the Backdoor Girls, which has Gala, Nalenia, Vanity, and Kitty. They did a good job. It was cute.
They tried.
I thought they did a good job. It was cute. They have nice choreography. It was just...
It wasn't everybody's level.
It was and that was the big thing. I'm like, look at everybody being able to do the choreography. That is why I feel like the winner came from this group.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not sure if it was just the song or maybe just their performance.
I think it was the arrangement.
It just didn't really give, like, even the K-pop version was giving a little something. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, they did good. They did. But even with Pathia, even with Pathia doing what she did, I still would have put that group in the top over this.
Well, the thing I've noticed about the European mixes of songs is a lot of them are really watered down. Really watered down. Have you ever heard the European version of, like, NSYNC song?
Oh, God, I don't want to. I don't even know. Vanity Vane was first in the group. I didn't understand her critiques. Again, I just think they wanted her in the bottom.
They did.
Because she did a really good job here. I didn't see her shaking. Michelle's like, oh, we saw you shaking. You were so nervous. I'm like, I didn't say it until you said it. And then they tried to show a little flashback. And even then, I didn't see her shaking.
I didn't see shaking. Maybe a little nervous.
But yeah, I thought she had...
Everybody was nervous. I mean, heck, I'd be nervous.
She had the funniest verse. Like, everybody laughed out loud during her verse.
Exactly.
And then we had Nalenia, which I thought it was really cute. It was referencing different animes that she loved. And I think that's another thing about this song that kind of threw me off. None of their verses sound like they should be on the same song.
No.
When everybody else, even the 1, 2, 3, 4, Alyssa popped out, it fit what the group did.
Right.
So I think that's another thing. Like, their verses just didn't mesh well. But yeah,
they didn't pick a topic and stick to it. Everybody was like, "Oh, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about my love of anime. I'm going to talk about my love of cheese.
I'm talking about my love for." I laughed the way Vanity said that. I'm like, wait, is your verse really about that? And then we get to, I'm like, oh, her verse is really about that. Okay. Period. All right. But yeah, they just didn't mesh well. But yeah, Nalenia did a really good job. Gala, now if there was going to be one winner from this group, it should have been Gala. Like, if we're judging individually, Gala should have won. I was so confused when RuPaul said, oh, they're judging independently. and then said Gala was safe. I'm like, safe? Safe? This in the runway, and you said safe? But then again,
it's a narrative. It's a narrative.
But yeah, what did you think of Gala? Because I liked Gala.
You know what? She was really good. I think I woke up during that part. I was like, wait, what? Okay, let me run that back real quick. Oh, she did say that. Okay. Now on to Kitty Scott Claus.
Yeah, Kitty is next. I thought Kitty did good. And I do think if we're judged individually, she should have been in the top. I don't think she should have won this. Like I said, if we're gonna do this individually, it should have went to Gala or Soa, and both of them were safe.
See, I'm glad I'm not the only one who didn't think that.
Like, she did good. Yeah. Like when they said she was the winner, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right.
I mean, I wasn't mad at it.
I wasn't mad at it. I was just a little question mark. I'm like, okay. I'm not gonna holler rig just yet because she did a good job.
Exactly. And I was like, well, maybe it's just because maybe I didn't pay attention enough.
No, I've watched this episode 3 times.
I know. He's like, you ain't missed nothing. I like the little dancers in the back.
But yeah, this was a cute group. This was.
Mm-hmm.
So now the category for this episode, I believe it was like Color Me or Color Out or something. Basically, it has to be colorful reveals.
Yes.
So what type of colorful reveal would have Roxy St. James pulled out for this category?
Ooh, color. It would have been probably some Sleeping Beauty type thing.
Make it pink, make it blue, make it pink, make it blue.
It would have sat there and just been like 3 or 4 layers of dress.
Of just pink and blue, pink and blue, pink and blue. And then do a little waltz while you're going around and then just rip it off pink. Do a little bit more of a dance, rip it off blue.
Yep. Oh, no. You know what I would have did? I'd have came out in her little peasant outfit first. And then I'd have pulled off the blue dress. Then I'd have pulled off the pink dress. Then I would have pulled off the blue dress. And
then for the very last one, pull it off and make it green. The other sister won. And walk off. Yeah, you thought Merriweather and what was the other one? Yeah, it was them going back and forth, but right at the end, now it's green.
I would have been a Tinkerbell.
For me, the colorful reveal. Sorry. But for me, when I was thinking about the colorful reveal, I had several ideas going through my head. Mm-hmm. But I think what I would have done was probably kept it... I think I would have told a story with this one. Oh, never mind. Give me Powerpuff Girls. We're going to make references. We're going to do the Powerpuff Girls. I'm going to come out as Blossom. Reveal. Now I'm Bubbles. Reveal. Now I'm Buttercup. And then one more reveal because you didn't see that one coming. And now I'm him. Yeah, y'all didn't see the him coming.
What would you have done about the legs and the shoes, though?
Huh?
I said, what would you have done about the legs and the shoes, though? Because, him has a very distinct look.
Really does. I would have... Listen, if there was enough planning ahead of it, or just do the villains of Powerpuff Girls. Come out from the Green Gang. Maybe do a Mojo Jojo. Mm-hmm. Then go into him or start with him so that you can have everything and then slowly turn into everything else.
Yeah, but see, him is a bodysuit, so it would have made sense for him to be the last one.
Yeah, but the Green Gang would have been a bodysuit too because they're green.
Okay.
I don't know. I would have made it work.
We'd have figured
it out. Now, the screenshots for this category, ooh-wee. Because, like I said, they gave no time for the runway. So I got the best that I could, okay? So, I got the
went
best.
through the 2000s, the 90s, and the 80s in one conversation. Because while you were contemplating, I was sitting there. You remember? I don't know. Never mind. You don't remember. You're not old enough.
Remember what?
This is a song. This is like a European song. This European duo. And then, all the things you said, running through my head, running through
We've
my
had
head.
conversations about tattoo. Because remember when we met Victoria, I talked with her about, because, that was her theme song in WWE. That was back when... That was back when they were paying coins to do some theme songs.
Yeah.
And, well, she was the only... I want to say she was the only woman, and still to this day, I think the only... Oh, no, Stacey Keebler. One of the few women to get an actual song licensed instead of them making a original one for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reason why I quote She Got Legs a lot by ZZ Top is because it was Stacey Keebler's theme song. But yes, Scalavaro, she starts off here. She goes into this pink number. And then boom. Mm-hmm. Overall, I thought all three looks were fun. They were creative. I give this an A.
I agree with you. I give this an A as well.
Up next is Eva the Queen. She comes out as, say it because you always make fun of me,
Maleficent.
Then she turned into the Snow White Evil Queen, which this was the best screenshot I could get of the full body. That's how fast it was going.
Yeah, bless it.
And then she turned into Cruella de Vil.
She gave you all the villain.
What did you think of this collection of looks?
I know that had to be heavy coming back. Because all that is underneath that dress. I think it was smart. You get some color. Not a lot of deviation of color, but you get some color. I don't know if I would have did Maleficent in green. I'd have probably did Maleficent. I probably would have did like Mother Gothel.
I don't know. The first two were fine, but this last one doesn't give Cruella at all. You just put on a black and white wig and put on a red dress. I'm Cruella.
Well, she does wear a red dress, but it's usually like a little mini skirt and not a formal gown. But you had to do something with the rest of those looks, so
yeah.
Took some liberty.
And it's all one thing. I give her props for that because I hate when reveals are all over the floor.
Such
as some of these other queens on this very runway.
Yes.
But yeah, that was the one thing I did like it because Jada Essence Hall for All Star 7 when she did all the seasons, same outfit, baby. There was nothing on the ground. I'm like, you better. But yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of this. I give it a C though.
Yeah, I agree with your C.
Up next is Miranda LeBrow. So she starts off as a little boy playing with soccer, turns into the little girl playing with her doll, and then pulls out the non-binary flag dress, which, when she was explaining, how we need to stop thinking with the same construct when it comes to gender. I'm like, I love this story. It was really cute. It was different from what pretty much anyone else has ever done. So for me, this gets a B. It was nice.
Yeah. Does it look a little Sound of Music-ish? Yes. But...
well, the Hills are alive.
With the Sound of Music.
Period.
But... I give it a C+.
Moving to Tessa Testicle. She comes out giving us circus realness. I really enjoyed all three of these looks.
That wig just does everything for me. I'm sorry.
It's a really good wig.
It's a really fucking amazing wig.
Like, I know you're not the biggest fan of the clown makeup, but Tessa did it really well.
No, the makeup is on point. Like, that's not even that bad clown. Mm-hmm. That gives me more mime than clown to me.
It does give more mime. It does. Now that you said that, it does give more mime.
And that blue look, that blue look is...
Oh, I wish she was in this blue look a little bit longer, which she probably was, but then again, what they showed us. But
Because
this,
it seemed like she came in, she popped up, she was like, "Here's the pink look, bye. Okay, I'm taking the blue look as I walk." Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure she had to do that a couple of times.
but yeah, this orange look at the end, like all these looks together, I'm gonna
They
say
were
it.
very cohesive.
I'm gonna say it.
And
A
you got three
plus.
different kinds of clown.
Yeah, I'm gonna say A plus. Loved it.
A plus.
Loved it. Up next is Alyssa Edwards. She was the sun, then she was the moon, then she was the stars.
Mm.
I love the idea of this. I just don't think the concept really worked
I
out
don't think
here.
it was flushed out very well.
Yeah, the first one was cute, but then the second and third one, I'm like, oh, okay,
I
cool.
like the second one. I'm not a fan of the first one, but I think I just watch way too much uh, game theory for that.
It gave very much. The first one very much gave the Teletubby son with the face
Yeah.
with the baby's face in it. That's what I got from that one. But yeah,
Teletubbies are, part of the drag lexicon now. So.
yeah, I'm going to have to give this a D.
Same.
Yeah, yeah. Moving on to Soa Demuse. She comes out in this. Is it Mayan? Did she say it was Mayan? I don't think she said Mayan.
I don't think she said Mayan.
I forget. But we were
be like Oshun, but Oshun is the ocean, and that's the first one all us black people like to pull out as far as black mythology. Oshun.
But with all three of her reveals, I really enjoyed them. I thought they were fun, especially this final one. Is just stunning. I love the wig. I love the makeup. This bodysuit, I want one in every color.
Oh, this would look really good in orange.
Wouldn't it? That was my first thought. Was like, ooh, that would be really cute in orange and also red. I feel like this in red. Ooh, Ruby is red hot, honey.
It wouldn't be light. Dark blue wouldn't work, but light blue would work.
Yes, light blue would work. But what is your score for this collection of outfits?
I give this a B plus.
I give it an A minus.
A.
Not last. Up next is Pathia. Look at me trying to rush, even though we really need to get this going.
We really do need to rush.
Pathia, this is her collections of looks. I love it because it expresses who Pathia is.
Right.
And I give this a B plus.
I agree with your B plus. I love this last look.
Oh, the last look was everything. To be honest with you, this middle look is what brought down the score just a little bit. Not the biggest fan of this middle look. But up next, we have Vanity Vane, who gave us a variety of pride flags.
Yes.
We have the rainbow flag. I do not know the rest of the flags. I'm not even going to lie to you. I was going to try to name them all, and I meant to write them down before we got to this point, but I forgot.
Right.
But I love this collection of flags. I will say the final one. I will say this final one was a little but for her to have so many different reveals, even though they are all over the floor, I give this a B plus. Really enjoyed this.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. And that body in this outfit, like, yeah.
Oh, the body is right. The proportionizing is correct. Up next is Mother Queen Kong. First, she comes out as a pink pimp.
Yeah.
I tried to catch the princess and the frog look, but again, it was just going too fast. I couldn't get the full thing.
It was already falling off by the time she took it off, if I'm being honest.
And then we had this final black jumpsuit. So what did you think of this collection of looks and your score?
The Princess and the Frog kind of brings it down a little bit. So I'm gonna have to give it like a B minus.
I give it a B.
Enjoyed the final look and the first look.
Me too. I really enjoyed that first look. I love the pink pimp. And I really love this last look. It's just, honestly, I wonder how many reveals they had to have, because I've noticed all of them has at least 2 reveals. So I bet it said on the prompt there has to be at least 2 reveals.
Exactly.
But the first and last one, great. I agree with the B. Up next is Nalenya. She came out and told the story of Finding Nemo.
Pretty much.
I thought this was really cute. I enjoyed all the looks. I immediately got the reference. Like, at first I didn't get the reference until Dory came out, and I'm like, oh, we're doing Finding Nemo.
Yeah, like, I didn't get it either. And I'm like, it's so funny that you're from Italy, but you're the one doing the Australian story. She's like, the coral reefs. And then I'm the jellyfish. And I was like, ooh, that's not great. And then she went to Dory, and I was like, oh, look, it's Finding Nemo. And then she did Nemo, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so for the whole collection, I give it an A-. What about you?
I agree with your A-.
Up next is Kitty Claus, and she's going out for the night. This is her first outfit. She changes into this one. Right? She changed into this one. She didn't really like it, so she changed into this one. She didn't really care for this one either, so she pulled this one on, and she was like, it's good to go. What did you think of this collection of looks from Kitty Claus?
I was like, this is a D for me.
I'll give it a C, because I really like the middle outfits. It's just the first one and the last one was just kind of like, no.
Me.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't like...
Like, the blue one is my favorite one. Like, this was really cute on Kitty.
Yeah, like, the blue one is probably the only reason why...
I take it back. The first and third one is what I like. It's the second and fourth one I don't like.
I just like the third one.
Yeah, this blue one is cute. So, out of all of our queens here, who had your favorite collection of looks?
You know, I'm gonna have to say Tessa.
I agree. Tessa ate that up this week. She did. So we find out that they're judged individually.
Yes.
And we find out in the top we have Kitty, we have Nalenya, and we have Queen. In the bottom we have Vanity, Patia, and Miranda LeBrow. I disagree. You know me, I'm big on judging in teams, except for Philippines. We're going to talk about that.
Something for you to look forward to.
Well, something for you to look forward to in like 2 days. Yeah. Me personally, I think Queen's team should have been the top team. Me.
Yes.
I just feel I had more fun watching them than I did anybody else. And I know Patia was kind of all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay. She could have got a high placement. That's fine. And then out of the 3, I would have gave the win probably to Soa. I probably would have gave the win to Soa. And then my bottom 2 this week, I would have gave it to Eva and Miranda. Because, and have Alyssa and Tessa up here to let them know, hey, this is not what it is, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is not what it is. But that's not what happened. Now, normally... Now normally we don't talk about Untucked, but quickly we are, because we're already past our time.
Mm-hmm.
But this was the Untucked where...
The Untucked heard around the world.
It was like Nalenya versus the world here.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nalenya had a valid argument. She's like, y'all don't really fuck with me. Y'all don't like me for some reason. And y'all keep saying I'm in the bottom. And like, nobody said that. Literally 5 minutes ago, Alyssa straight up said she was in the bottom. She believed she was in the bottom. And like, this isn't the first time that they've said that.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was Nalenya in that moment, I would have felt the same way. And I'm like, well, y'all keep saying this, but now y'all telling me to my face, I never said that.
The gaslight.
Baby, I was just finna say, y'all do know the definition of gaslighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I get it, y'all just met each other. Y'all still learning each other. That's cool. But what I don't like is the fact that they're sitting here making entertainment for us. And that people online are being extremely ugly. Like,
people who don't deserve it.
Who really don't. Nobody deserves hate on this cast. Like, I don't get it.
And to kind of, like, devil's advocate, like, people can say what they want to say about, like, you or me or anybody as a person, but, like, I really feel like when you're in a new environment and you don't speak the language, you got, what, a good 75% of these queens that can speak English and speak to each other fairly well. They can all understand each other. And you're just kind of like off in the corner because they can barely understand you. So, yeah, you're going to feel dejected because, oh, well, you're just fuck my drag, I guess. And that can get in your head. And sometimes when you're in a new area, you're in unfamiliar surroundings, regardless of how many days, weeks, months you've been there, you can still have like some type of imposter syndrome. And I honestly feel like that's where Nalenia was coming from. Maybe not necessarily imposter syndrome, but more like my drag is valid and you guys are devaluing my drag for whatever reason, and you're not even really trying to get to know me as a person. And if you guys took the time, you would not, you know, because she was just like hollering like, respect, you're not respecting me. And I really feel like it was just like a language barrier, because it could be these queens are over here in the corner and they're kikiing and ha-ha and laughing and stuff like that, and you're just off in your own little world, one, because you're either an introvert, or two, because you don't understand what they're saying, and so the humor is off.
And I will say this as well. You also got to remember, they're just meeting each other. They don't know each other. Now, some of these queens do know each other, though, a little bit. Like Athena and Pythia, they knew each other prior to the show. But, like, 85% of them don't know each other, never worked with each other. That's 12 different personalities coming together at one time. Mm-hmm. That some people are going to rub each other the wrong way. And, again, this is entertainment for a TV show.
Exactly.
There's no need to go online and send hate. Excuse me, the amount of hate that I've seen that Queen has gotten online in the past 3 days is ridiculous. The amount of hate I've seen for Kitty, my body's fighting me now. The amount of hate that I'm seeing for Kitty in the past 3 days. And I know I've been a little harsh on Kitty during this episode, but you know how much I love Kitty. One of my favorite queens I've ever met. It's just, y'all really need to learn that this is just a TV show.
Right.
Untucked, and, they said that Untucked was like 45 minutes long. And we only saw like 5-6 minutes of it.
We saw the last 5-6
The last 5-6 minutes of it.
Because Queen, I saw her whole thread on it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you guys are sitting here like arguing and trying to threaten me because you guys saw 5 minutes of a conversation where we were all calmly like trying to talk to her and be like, hey, we're trying to see where you're coming from. Where are you getting this from? Like, where are you getting all of it? And that's why I was like, well, you could always just chalk it up to imposter syndrome, regardless of how valid you feel like you are or the space that you're taking up. You can still sit there. It's really intimidating to be around 12 other people that are great and amazing and world known and world renowned, and you're just kind of sitting there like, do I really belong here? Well, maybe they don't like me. Maybe I don't belong here. And that stuff's just eating her brain up. And everybody's like, no, that's not where we're coming from with this.
But
And
at
then
the
they're
end,
like,
at
oh,
the
everybody
end
walk
of
off
the
and-
day,
Yeah,
you got to remember these are people.
exactly.
And like I say, we sit here, we kiki, we talk shit, we have a good time. But never once have I sent an ugly message towards anybody.
Oh,
And it irritates me to my core seeing that type of stuff online. I had to mute Global All Stars on Twitter. I couldn't take it no more. I'm like, I love being part of this fan base, but at the same time, some of y'all really need to get a fucking grip.
a reality.
My goodness. But let's get back to this. I just wanted to make sure we talked about it because I see where Nelena's coming from in this moment. Especially the way they edited the show and they're showing us them saying, oh, Nelena's in the bottom. Then for Nelena to say, y'all are saying this, and they're like, we ain't said that. Bitch, roll the tapes.
Like, as soon as she walked in the door, you guys said it.
But
You're
yeah.
in the top? Oh, well, we had you pegged for being in the bottom. Why?
Why? Again, don't send any hate to nobody. You can have a difference of opinion, honey.
Okay?
Like in my case, there's several queens I'm not the biggest fan of. But guess what? I literally walked by a queen as we were going into DragCon Day 2 that I personally have an issue with. I said, hello, you look lovely, and I walked on. I didn't say nothing ugly to this queen because she did look good. Like, she looked great in person.
Yeah.
Like, the TV didn't do justice. I'm not sure if she's done something after the show, but like seeing her like that close, I was like, oh, you look good. I may not like you, but I could give you props, honey. You look good.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I just was, we were raised different. We were raised on if you ain't got nothing nice to say.
Don't say nothing. Instead of hiding behind a keyboard.
And behind an avatar of another queen. At least when I talk shit online, you see this face. I said it. Every time something happens and like one of those people want to come for me, I'm like, that's a lot coming from somebody who isn't their self online. You're a persona around your favorite drag queen or a persona around your favorite anime character. You're not
Right.
You're not showing who you really are. I am 32, bald, black, and loving every second of this. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap up this episode. We find out that the winner is Kitty Scott Calls. She did good. I would have chose someone else, but she did good. Not gonna hate. She won 10,000 $10,000, which is more than anybody won on Drag Race, except for Tia Coffee now.
Yeah.
Wait, the Vivian did win some money on All Star 7, so I take that back.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's up there with them now. And we find out that the bottom two is Vanity and Miranda. I think Eva should be in Vanity's spot. I was very confused with Vanity being in the bottom two. I'm like, what is this? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
But okay. So they lip sync to Spice Up Your Life by the Spice Girls, baby. I'm like, and I don't know what Miranda was doing.
Moving within her limitations.
That, and you can also tell, that's the big thing with a lot of these queens. English is not their first language, and you can tell this is not a song she lip syncs. Because there were several times her lips were moving, but they were not the words to this song.
Yes.
But I gotta say something to Miss Vanity. Miss Vanity ate this up.
We'll take you away.
I was like, she was doing really good here. I'm like, okay, Miss Vanity. I really enjoyed what she was putting down here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But after the lip sync, RuPaul decided that the winner was Vanity Vane. Do you agree?
Yes.
I agree too. Which means Miranda LaBrow, my sweetheart, you must sashay away. Go get some rest, honey. Go get some rest.
Okay. And I honestly feel like that had a lot to do with it because she was like, I've been moving for like 3 days and my body is tired. I need to rest, and she hadn't got a chance to.
So the queens dance like they didn't just crush somebody's dreams. And we find out next week they're going to be doing a little acting.
Yeah.
A little acting. You know what I'm saying? We love a little acting, all right? But hey, that's all we got. This episode's been going way too long. Cresha, where can they find you online?
You can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me in the club, pocket full of bud, mama. But if I'm not there, you can find me online at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And P.S. I love you.